Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. This is Business Connect. My name is Roy and I'm here to share with you guys updates about the issue of the return of students to China. It's been a very busy week and a lot has happened that I'll be sharing with you guys in today's video. So you want to stick around till the end to get every single information that I have to share with you guys as far as the return of students is concerned. But by the way, if you're new to the channel, my name is Roy. I do videos about my life in China, and I also share information about how to study in China and how to survive in China as an international student or generally as a foreigner. So if you're new to my channel and you're not yet my subscriber, please do me that favor by smashing that subscription button so that when I do videos like this, you will be notified. So talking about the issue of the return of students to China, it is no more news that an open policy will be launched this month of August that will affect all international students, no matter your grade, no matter the year of your admission, no matter your country, no matter whether you're self-sponsored or scholarship, no matter whether you're an old student or a new student. An open visa policy will be launched this month of August that will affect all international students. Students will be able to go to their embassies and apply for visas to return to China. But there is a hook to that, and I'll be explaining that shortly. But why students are waiting for this open policy that has clearly been said will go into effect in August of 2022, some countries like Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, and I think Indonesia, Malaysia, and most of these Southeast Asian countries have already had the green light to apply for visas. But before you go or before you're eligible to apply for your visa, there are two very important documents that you need to have, and it is the JW202 form, which is your visa application document, and it is also the NOC, which is the non-objection certificate. These are the two important documents that students need right now before they can go for visas. But how can you get this NOC or JW202 form? So how can you get this NOC, or how can you get your JW202 form? First of all, it will depend on your university, and it will also depend on your admission situation. Let me start by explaining the part of the university. Not all universities have been given the green light to issue out JW202 forms or to start giving NOC letters. First of all, they said it was only going to be universities that are in the double first class list, and I've shared the list of double first class universities, which are the universities that are eligible to start giving out JW202 forms or NOC letters. And even if your university falls amongst the list of these double first class universities, it will also depend on the city in which your university is located in. What's the pandemic situation of that city? What's the local government policy of that city? These are the things that will depend whether your university will start giving out NOC letters or JW202 forms. And these are things that we cannot control and we cannot influence, because these are government policies. Depending on the pandemic situation of that city where your university is located in, that is when the government or the local authorities will give an authorization that the universities can start allowing students to come back. And is your university amongst the list of the first class universities or the double first class universities in China? These are some of the things that will determine whether your university will start giving out NOC letters or JW202 forms. So in this slide, so many universities have already sent out letters of consent to gather the data of this amount of students that are ready, that are willing, and that are able to return to China. And students have filled this willingness forms and returned them to the universities. And like I explained to students, when you fill the form and accept your willingness to return, you should give the university at least 4 to 6 weeks for something substantial to happen, because after the universities will receive your information, it will go through a long process before it will be approved. It will go from the university to the Minister of Education, to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, go to the embassies. So I see in so many groups and in so many forums, I see students being worried a lot after signing the forms. Maybe they're just waiting for the next day to get an email. You have to wait for at least 4 to 6 weeks before you can get something substantial from your university. So to get the NOC letter, you have to wait, receive the letter of return from your university. Once you receive this letter of return, you sign it and send it to your university. The university will process the data, send it to the Minister of Foreign Affairs or to the Minister of Education, then to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, then to the embassy. Then the embassy will signal the university, and the university will send your letter of return to show that you can now start applying for visas. Now with the NOC letter and with your JW202 form, you can go to apply for your visa. You see, these are processes that we cannot influence. No amount of letters, no amount of emails, no amount of worry can influence this process. After you've received this letter of return it back to your university. All you need to do is to wait. And while you're waiting, you have to start thinking about your cost of travel. You have to start thinking, are you vaccinated? You have to start thinking about your cost of living in China. Are you prepared for all of this? Because you will be traveling to China and you will be starting a whole complete new life. So you have to start thinking of how will you survive when you arrive China. These are the things that you need to be worried about. And while you're worrying about these things, you will see that before you know it, it will be 2 weeks, it will be 3 weeks, and before you know it, you must have received the letter from your university, which is a response letter, and definitely it should be your NOC letter or your JW202 form. So even apart from Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh and these other countries, some students from other countries have already received their JW202 forms and their NOC letters, which means that they can start applying for their visas, or they can go for their visas. But now another thing that I've seen students are worried a lot about in WeChat groups, in YouTube group, in WhatsApp group, is the issue of flight tickets. These are some of the things that I keep telling students. No amount of worry can take down the cost of flight tickets. All you need to do is wait, because once one thing happens, it's gonna open the door for the next. First of all, get yourself ready. I didn't even talk about medicals. Go for your medicals right now. I think this is the time you can go for your medicals, because your medicals will be valid for 6 months at least. I think 6 months. So this is the time for you to go for your medicals. This is the time for you to get vaccinated. This is the time for you to prepare financially. This is the time for you to prepare yourself, even psychologically prepare yourself, because like I said, the China that you will be coming to meet, for those who are already in China, is quite different from the China that you left. A lot of things have changed. So I kept telling students that you don't have to worry so much about flight tickets now. Yeah, it's something to from time to time look at the rate of flight tickets, but this is not something that you have to keep talking about in groups every day, every now and then. How much is the flight ticket? Who is ready? Who wants to pay the chartered flight? Who wants to, students get worried a lot about things that can take care of themselves when the time will come. Right now, wait for the letter from your university, get the response, wait for your NOC, get yourself financially ready, get your test, get your vaccine and so on, and just be ready. When the time will come, you will see. Right now, a lot is happening also in the aviation industry. More flights are being approved every now and then. Quarantine days are being reduced and so on. So with all of this, you will see that before your NOC will be ready, before your JW202 form will be ready, you will see that something must have happened as far as flight tickets are concerned. That is when you can worry about that. That notwithstanding, it's still very important to always get updated, to know what's happening to other students in other countries, in other universities, and what updates do we have from the government and so on. That is why we created a WhatsApp group where we have students sharing their information, sharing updates, and just being motivated. So if you're not yet part of the WhatsApp group, I'm going to leave the link to the WhatsApp group at the description box, so you want to click and join us. But like I said, we don't welcome any sort of negativity or any sort of negative energy in the group. So please, if you're ready to join us to share information and to motivate each other, then you're welcome. And if you have any other updates to share with us as far as your admission is concerned, NOC, flight tickets, you can also let us know in the comment section of this video. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, don't forget, very important, subscribe to the channel and hit that like button, hit that notification bell, so that when I bring a new video like this, you will be notified. Until now, it's peace out. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.